Hey, what's going on, guys? Mark is MIA at the moment. Hopefully, he'll join us here shortly. Uh, not much going on today. Got some stuff I want to talk to you guys about. My big mess up over the weekend, of course. Mark has a giveaway. He's got an iPhone 12 case, I believe he's looking to give away. It was a test print from one of our merch providers. So Mark's got that. I guess he wants to toss that into the fray for a giveaway. We also have obviously the first time every time sale, as always. At some point, we'll go over what that's going to be. I just finished doing the latest price list for 426, so we'll go over that as well. Mark's here, yay!
Yay, I made it. Sorry, my voice is like all messed up. What's up, y'all? In here.
Fun stuff. Again, the fight continues with the power company.
Oh, did you see the last email?
From Don or Tyler?
Both. Just to go into a little insight of that. So we've been dealing with the power company and getting a quote to upgrade some power at the castle since our 5 megawatt facility has a slight delay. And a couple weeks ago, we got quoted one thing. And now, as we're pulling the trigger and having them do the install, they quoted us something completely different. And so now we have to backtrack and figure out, me and John need to have a conversation basically and figure out what we need to do. How's my audio?
Except for both of our voices kind of going in and out, you sound fine.
Okay. I feel like I'm getting some feedback. That's why.
It might be. I might have my volume up too loud on my side because I'm deaf.
Yeah.
What was the price difference, by the way? I didn't really have a chance to look.
It was almost 10 grand.
10 grand difference or 10 grand total?
Yeah. No, 10 grand difference.
So we went from 812 to now 1820?
Yeah.
Awesome. In a building we're not staying in. Oh, I love it.
Twitter.
Yep, happy Wednesday. Yeah. Yep. So, Mark, what do you think? What kind of deals do you think we can roll out for the live stream?
So the manufacturer malt miner has 10 left. 10 left of the M2s. Where am I? Here we are. 10. That's after all the bulk orders that we took out. Any other manufacturers or not resellers that bought and things like that. So I was thinking maybe we cut the price a little bit on that and then have that malt miner M2 as our first time every time giveaway, or not giveaway, first time every time. Dude, I'm so congested and everything like that that I can't even like think straight. So first time every time sale, $50 off of the website price for the malt miner M2. Hit us up for direct invoice and we could get you one. Positive news on the malt miner. I know everybody's like depressed and at least GPU miners are crying and really taking it to heart that, they're having a hard time mining Caspa. And Caspa is going to be taken over by ASICs and all this other fun stuff. The Bitstream, I posted this on our Discord probably 4 or 5 days ago already. Bitstream for the malt miner M2 on Radiant is almost ready. Actually, way ahead of time. I thought we'd still be out maybe a month or two on getting the Bitstream for this. But you should be able to, once we actually have delivery in your possession, at some point shortly thereafter, firmware will be made available to where you can upload Radiant and start FPGA mining with the M2 on Radiant I did post a screenshot, which I'll pull that up here in a little bit. Sorry. Pull that up here in a little bit. What it's making right now, what the estimates are going to be on the Malt Miner M2 with Radiant as well. Oh, man. I'm going to be leaning on water today for sure.
I was looking for that post. Do you remember what channel you posted it on Discord?
Mining equipment, I think. Twitter picker beta.
I got it. The one with the 30 hash rate, 30 gig 800.
Yeah.
I got it.
All right, guys. Give me... My game might be a little high. See, I knew it.
You audiophiles. Let me shut my window.
Yeah. Let me know if this is better. I'm hearing those pops. I was hearing them too. I was like, man, why is it different? I'm messing with my mic. Let me know if that works or if that's better. Test. It would be through the manufacturer, Malt Miner, for the firmware. Much better. Awesome. Cool. Can you guys give me some direction as to how we pull? So I put a post out on Twitter for an iPhone case giveaway for those that liked the post. Obviously, me not forward thinking on this. How do I do a random generated giveaway? Comment picker. I just want someone who liked the post. Retweet. Twitter picker. What the fuck is...
All right, so
see.
So you want to do 50 bucks off the M2?
Yeah, $50 off the M2. Free shipping. So you guys are getting a little bit more than $50 off, but $50 off of it. Copy link to tweet. Load tweet. Tweet must have at least 10 retweets to select a winner. I don't want a retweet. I just want someone who liked it. So stupid. Random comment picker. They usually have the Twitter one. Okay. Thank you for that, Jump. All right. Starting off with first time every time we do live stream because we're obviously professionals at this. Do this right on the wing. So
I'm going 90 miles an hour to get home because I was at the castle all morning.
Yeah, dude, you were putting in work.
So we're looking at what, $11, $12 profit a day?
Yeah, so here's a screenshot of the Radiant. Well, I'm still trying to figure out this giveaway thing. Well, here's a screenshot of the Radiant. So the manufacturer has told me that it's going to be roughly 30 gigahash at 800 watts for the M2 mining Radiant on their Bitstream. So as of when I took this 3-4 days ago, yeah, we're looking at after power. So we're at 9 cents a kilowatt hour at the mine. So obviously do your own calculation, but essentially we're looking at almost $12 a day just on this miner. It's going to be crazy. If you're into that fiat conversion, calculating your profits and ROI and whatnot. Why is
the benefits of having an FPGA machine is that, you know, once different bit streams come out, you're not stuck mining one coin.
Yeah. Random comment picker tool. Nope, they do Facebook and Instagram. Well, shoot. Well, shoot. I know I was asked to on the Radiant, like, did you find it an interesting project? Someone made a comment to and in our Discord. I honestly, I've only skimmed over the white paper a little bit. I'm not seeing anything that's like stellar or anything like that. Anything that, you know, they're not promising anything that we don't already have. There's not a project that already is addressing it. Obviously, their white paper says they'll address it better than whoever else has it on the market, or they're trying to be, you know, one of the better ones. We're trying to give multiple options. Like John was saying, FPGAs, similar to, you know, like a graphics card, you're not stuck, and it's not an ASIC. So once Caspa decide, you know, if Caspa goes to zero, those ice rivers, if they are really legit, are just paperweights. You paid $30,000 for a paperweight, $1,700 for a paperweight. Where these M2s, you know, the lifespan is going to be a little bit longer. Positive news is everybody that ordered through us, regardless if it was batch 1 or batch 2, brand new inbox, freshly made, straight from the manufacturer. So that's great. You guys will get a brand new machine. This isn't used with burned PCIe lanes, things like that, that you've probably seen on Red Panda Mining's page with that K10 that was bought from one of his viewers. So these things will be brand new to those that purchased. And we have more FPGAs. Like, it's just things are lining up a bit. And, you know, we got these M2s that we've been selling and found and got our hands on, and we're getting bit streams for those. I definitely need to find a way to get a good lane of communication for Team Red Miner, because we also have the FK33s modded versions. Those actually come in here in the next day or so, land into our farm. So we have those ready. We have people that have already ordered them out. Those are roughly $1,000 per, and with the mod currently, they're at 2.4 gigahash at 75 watts on Caspa. But, you know, if they're jiving with Team Red Miner, or if you find another bit stream out there, you know, you can utilize them onto a different project. So, which we've gotten some weird questions with the FK33s too. Like, people are asking if it's involved in some kind of like bankruptcy proceedings or something along those lines. And me and John don't really deal with legality stuff when we're approaching suppliers on certain things or like deals that we're trying to make. So we don't know exactly what's transpiring with, you know, Forest Kitty or Kitten or whatever the brand name Squirrel. These were not purchased from Squirrel whatsoever. They're not modified from Squirrel whatsoever. These are from a third party that just happened to have a lot of them on hand. And so, you know, we asked them, they have a hookup for someone that knows how to reflow FPGAs. So we asked them for a hookup. The modification on these FPGAs is they just added a couple additional resistors, which improves efficiency overall. So even if you went to turn around and use the bit stream for like ETC on the FK33s, your efficiency would even be better there as well, just because of the additional resistors. So overall, again, it's like buying a high-end graphics card at this point with the Mult Miner M2 or the Forest Kitty 33. Yeah, just check them out. And if it's something that you think, okay, well, I can figure this out on a different project down the road, we're just trying to provide options, basically.
So to answer your question, it's going to vary based upon what algorithm you're mining on and how much power you're pushing through the machine. But on average, you're looking at like 65 to 75 decibels. I mean, they're 120 millimeter ASIC fans that are on it. It's only on one side, no fans on the back side. So not as loud as an S19, not as quiet as some of these other machines that are out there. So it's not a super loud machine, but it's also not going to be, sitting underneath your desk while you're trying to have a Zoom meeting.
Yeah, definitely. So I would say it's probably just as loud as any typical miner, an L3, an S9, something along those lines, volume wise. But again, these are just the regular ASIC fans. So if you know how to adjust fan speeds and keep your temps still good, there's that option as well.
Yep. Very true.
Yeah, right. Well, luckily, I mean, I know we're in Caspa's all-time highs, but I mean, if you're going to correlate it to fiat,
it's a tough one.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's everybody's waiting for it. Let's bring up the price list. Mark hasn't approved it yet, so bear with but I might have another fuck up to add to my list of mess up this week. So.
You're right. Is it this one maybe? I wonder if I have it in like the wrong USB. I don't know anymore.
It's actually a shorter list this week. There we go.
Ooh.
So I'll be emailing this out to all the affiliates either tonight or first thing in the morning for if you're part of the affiliate program. But here is the price list that was just updated not too long ago, like an hour ago, not even.
Yeah, we just got it. A quick update too on those that took advantage of our E9 first time every time sale for the 3.3. In getting those ordered and facilitated for you guys, it seems like that model is popular and ran out. So everybody that ordered the 3.3 model will end up getting the 3.480 model. So just to give you guys a heads up, those are coming. Yay! Yeah. All right. When will the M2 ship for the first batch? They are already shipped. They're in customs right now. So as soon as they get out of customs, probably have to pay some duty or something along those lines. I'm waiting for DHL to get back to me. They'll be shipped over to John, and then John will have a big pallet full of machines that we need to disperse out.
I already gave our postal box, UPS, whatever people a heads up. I said, what do you guys want for breakfast? I'll make sure I bring breakfast in for you because it's a lot of shit coming in all at once. It's always the case. It's slow, a couple packages here or there, and then all of a sudden, bam, we're slammed with shit. So most likely, I'm gonna have to grab a truck. My little SUV isn't gonna hold everything. But prices don't look too bad considering where the market is. It fluctuates so regularly at this point in time. Mark and I are just kind of like, they're prices, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of why we rolled out the first time every time deal, to try to help out with specific miners. If you're looking for something specific, maybe we can get you a good deal on it, off the cuff kind of situation. So if there's a particular miner that you guys really want and you've been, jonesing for it, let us know. We'll see what we can do for the next live stream. And just, let us know what kind of machines you guys are looking for in terms of sales. I try to pop into RPM's live streams and SOTs and whoever else's to do flash sales on their live streams as well. So just keep an eye out for that shit. But you can always message us directly too.
Yeah. So I think the 9050s, that's a good sale. That's a good deal right now, honestly. Yeah, if anybody, I mean, we're doing first time every time with, take $50 off the M2. Well, for the 9050 L7s, if anybody wants, is anybody shopping for one of those, I'll do it for $59.99 too. So we just take $60 off the 9050 on the L7. Anybody? Now's a good time too to buy these 100 terahash S19J Pros. I'm just looking at this under 2K. Bitcoin pumping, dude. Bitcoin going. We know the direction Bitcoin is going to be going. So this is 100 T models under 2K. That's right there. Now it's time to accumulate and just sit on them.
You want to do free shipping on that as well?
Yeah, on the 9050. And we'll get past all the shill stuff. We only shill for us. We get sponsors that reach out to our, potential sponsors that reach out to us. We start to talk and communicate about prices and things like that. And sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. But most of the time, we're just going to be shilling for Coastal Crypto for everything. So we'll let you guys know if we're going to be shilling for somebody else. Every now and then we'll mention, hey, we got a sponsor, or we're talking to a potential sponsor. Like we asked you guys, we have a poll on YouTube. Still in communications with Zeus Mining, as a potential sponsor or working together with us. If that's something you guys would be interested in, we can get some of their stuff in. But yeah, let's do this. The tweet. The tweet. I don't have a comment picker, or like I told people to just like it. It got 17 likes. Whole viral. It went super viral. Again, we're a small community. And it's very niche for the product itself. So it's an iPhone 12 Max Pro case. So if you have that specific phone, I'm just gonna, I don't know, John, you want to pick it?
You're gonna make me pull up Twitter? Okay.
Yeah. And just hit the likes. Pick somebody.
Let's go with the. You said how many likes are there?
17.
17. Okay, so grab the 12th one.
Demining. All right.
I wasn't even looking.
Yeah. Demining. I'm sure. He might not actually be here, but sometimes he is. He tunes into our content. All right. So I'll make sure I hit him up.
K7's not on the list this week. Doesn't mean we can't get it. So again, these are the hot price lists. This is what's changing on the regular for us. That's why this list is either, it's 3 pages long, it's a half a page. It varies every week. But if there's something that you guys are looking for that's either not on the site or not on the price list, reach out to us because we can usually get a quote for it pretty quickly and get back to you within the same day.
Oh, dude, you took the. That's awesome. You changed it to don't forget to tip your favorite sheeps. That's awesome.
I try to keep it fresh and change it every week. So if you guys have some decent memes, post them over on Discord or send to us on Twitter, and I'll put them as backgrounds for either Mark, myself, or the stream. Trying to keep it fun and light.
And you finished getting my 220 wired up. Keeping everything one. Yeah, dude, it's not just. I mean, 120 is great, or 110 is great for all these little box miners and things like that. But honestly, even for your setup on your mini miners and things like that, going to 220, 240, you're going to get more efficient. You're going to reduce your amps that you're going to be using. Like, it'll actually reduce your power bill by actually getting to that 220 versus 110. You're pulling more amps than what you really should be if you're not running on 110. All right, I'll come and yeah. So it's just a firmware update. So it's not something you pay for or anything like that. But for those that are interested, I made a comment to John earlier today, and I think this is something we might offer as a service. Pre-flashed SD cards for like the L7, maybe a couple of the S19s. There's a lot of different firmware out there, so we would have to get like an exact and maybe do like a direct invoice for you. But basically, we could provide you the SD card that's already flashed, so you guys don't have to worry about it with Hive or Brains or whichever firmware you guys want to have on there. We will not do Luxor. That's just not in the cards for us. But Hive and Brains OS, we definitely will do. Just hit us up. We're thinking about providing that service. $10. It costs us $5 to get an SD card, and then $5 for our time. So I feel like that's fair. And then we could just send it out to you. So that's $10 does not include shipping, but I mean, you're talking about a stamp basically at that point.
Mm-hmm.
That's something you guys of interest. Okay, so we did the iPhone giveaway, and just so I'll share my screen so you guys can see the actual iPhone case giveaway. Sorry, I need to be specific. Share. There's the case. You guys can see. Nothing special. I ordered one from the person that does all our merch and stuff like that, and I mean it's good, but I like the case that I have on my phone, so I just decided to give it away out to you guys instead. And then in addition to since I found this Chump gave us the YouTube comment thing, I'll do a banner today too for a giveaway. I need to get back to that though. YouTube comment giveaway. Banner's on our website, right?
Yeah, I'm pulling it up.
Okay. So at the end of the stream, we'll do that. We'll do a giveaway. Dude, I'm not giving away an L3. Get out of here, man. Go buy a mini Doge or something. I'm not giving away an L3. Guy is not included, so you just get the banner. Yeah, we'll do that. So at the end of the stream, anybody that's commented in our comments on this YouTube stream, I'll pull this YouTube comment picker. We'll do it live, and we'll give out a banner.
Great. You're just in a giving mood, Mark, aren't you?
Yeah. Take advantage of while I'm sick, because normally I'm not giving when I'm not under the weather.
Well, I'm surprised. I think that's a good segue. The crappy segues that I try to roll out, I try to be funny. Since Mark, I'm surprised Mark is in such a good mood, considering I just lost the company $2,000.
Yeah. Ouch. Yeah.
So yeah, I messed up over the weekend. I found an exchange. What I'm not gonna. I guess we could name it because we don't want people to use the same exchange, right? We don't want to make people make the same mistake. So this exchange, I went through the KYC, went through the verification, did a couple test transactions, in and out, withdrawals, deposits, trades. Went through the whole gamut with small amount of money. Went to move more into it and couldn't move anything out of it. All of a sudden, they wanted to increase our limit, or they wanted us to deposit more funds to allow withdrawals to be enabled again. Now, if anybody is into trading, the SEC rolls out, if you want to be a day trader, you have to have a $25,000 limit in your account to be a day trader. There are a number of exchanges out there that use different tiers for your deposits. So if you roll out, $5,000 or 1,500, you get bonuses for your deposits and so on. So it's not unheard of to do something like that. But the more we dug into it, the more fishy it just started to get. So the exchange is called Biftex.io, Biftex.io. They had a great arbitrage opportunity, and we made some money off of it. But when I went to make a bigger trade to take advantage of the arbitrage, they locked the account. So, it's all on me. I messed up. I should have done some more digging. I was just caught up in the moment and excited because it was a great opportunity. Like I said, did the KYC, made small transactions, number of them back and forth, made trades, no issues, and then, oh, sorry, you're no longer allowed to make withdrawals. Well, why can't I make a withdrawal? Well, you need to make a deposit of $7,000 USDT to enable withdrawals again. And I was like, oh, flag.
Yeah, red flag.
So it seems to be a current or an ongoing scam from this company, from this exchange. So if you've heard of it, if you've seen any kind of flyers for it, stay away from it. Or if you guys have had a good experience with it, let us know. But, as of right now, our funds are locked up and they won't even allow us to close the account.
I think it's another exchange that got canned by Gary. But yeah, John told me, what was going on with it. And then I, did a little bit of research and I was like, bro, this is a scam. We can't be making these mistakes. So, it is what it is, lessons learned. But it happens to the best of us. It's just something.
Yeah, it was a good scam. It was clean.
Yeah.
I should have done digging more into the website itself. But just based upon how the website looked, going through the KYC itself, getting approved and verified through the KYC and making small transactions, it looked really, really good from the surface. It wasn't until we started doing some deep dive that found some of the issues. I mean, even the support team. I mean, I talked to the support guy for probably 2 days, going back and forth, trying to figure out what was going on, if there was any other way we could get our money out without having to make a deposit. But should have it. Hey, we passed it up the chain of command to our contacts and intelligence, and hopefully they'll be able to figure something out and get our money back. So.
Yeah, like we were saying in our live stream, we're currently in the process of working on a government contract, and they have some connects. So we forwarded the information over to them. Hopefully, we can get it out of there. Yeah, Bitrix is the other one that got it. The same thing. Anything really that most of these, honestly. So when we started up our token, and we we're looking and entertaining possibly, putting it or going towards a centralized exchange just to give access to the token in some way, shape, or form, we started to realize that a lot of these exchanges, even the ones that are legit, are like scams. Like the amount of money they want up front to just list your project, and then on top of it, they're charging a fee to their client, the customer, those that trade on it, to facilitate, the transaction. So it's like all this money that these exchanges are charging, just one to list, to transact with it. It's like all of these centralized exchanges are just complete crap, and some scam one way or another. Obviously you have the big guys, the centralized, we made the token is a DeFi token that we made, and I'm not trying to get into our token that much or anything like that because we're still working on it, but it's meant to be decentralized, and obviously everybody's self-custodial. Yeah. Just not trying to use centralized exchanges, so I'm not trying to promote them either. Yeah, they want a lot of case events, smaller exchanges, something like a minimum. Dude, no, we've had exchange like okay, we'll take for example, I'll roll this one on the bus because I don't care. Kaz just got recently Caspa got recently listed on L Bank. L Bank charges $100,000. Like, are you serious? You're not even like L Bank isn't even a huge exchange, and you're charging that to list. So the fact that obviously Caspa's been pumping and they've been doing their donations, getting crowdfunding, basically all these listing exchanges. But I think at this point, Casper probably has enough USDT or fiat currency with all of the donations that they could literally get listed on the top three without any issues if they wanted to pay. But L Bank, which 9 out of 10 people that are in crypto, if you mention L Bank, they'd be like, "What is that?" Like they don't even understand it, or don't even know of the exchange at all. But with us dealing with them, trying to get our token listed, we find this information out, and so they're like, "Really, $100,000? Like, get out of here!" I'm not.
Oh, we did talk him down to 60K.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Negotiations, which
but
I'm
they
sure.
wanted like $500,000 in volume.
Yeah.
So they wanted more volume but less upfront cost. So if you didn't have the volume, they wanted a higher cost. So it's crazy.
Yeah, a couple of you guys rolled in here while we've been talking. We already did the iPhone case giveaway. Someone won that already, but I am also giving away a Coastal Crypto banner. You can check it out on our website if you want to see what it looks like. But all you have to do is just basically comment in our YouTube stream here. At the end of the stream, I'll pull it. We'll do it live. And hopefully this thing works because we're going to do it on the fly. And we will pick. Dude, you know what's funny is I just texted John last night and I said, take all of our Zill that we've been hodling and put it into PP. I'm sorry, Pepe.
PP. I still haven't done that, by the way. Sorry, I don't know how.
Yeah, we need to figure out how to swap Zill to USDT. I'm probably sure we could do that in Trade Ogre and then get it into PP. Pepe on my PP.
Easy, Mark. This is an afternoon show.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So we did break down. So we've been using Kraken since we started our company, right? Love Kraken. Great exchange. Have no issues. We like the fact that they go FU to the SEC and to the government. You want your information. You got to file proper paperwork. We like that. Unfortunately, because of the BS with our bank, it makes it difficult for us to do transfers or wire transfers and move money quickly. So we broke down and we started the paperwork for Coinbase. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it was a hard pill to swallow, but I mean they're making us jump through some serious freaking hoops. We have a business account with Kraken. You file your business, your organization registration forms. Marking our 50/50 owners. We follow all that stuff, and we're good to go. It didn't take much. Verified identities. I mean, Coinbase wants like the names of our firstborn children and our blood type, and it's just crazy. But the hoops we have, they want to know what our mining revenue is. What else? What else do they ask for? How much?
They asked for proof that we are a host provider. So they wanted an electric bill. So that was fun. And we just recently got rebuilt. So I'm sure they're going to look at the electric bill that we sent them or I sent them. And they're going to be like, what the fuck? Like, because that is when an electrical company, they decide that they need to rebill you for, let's say you're changing to a new tariff or something along those lines. Your bill looks like an Excel nightmare. You go through it. There's like credits removed, debits added, credits added back in, and our last bill was ridiculous. Talking to our company as we're trying to get more power to the building, and I'm like, dude, you don't even know what you're doing anymore. I don't understand this.
Beard scam, yes. Hey, how about this? The person to get the closest to our last electrical bill value gets the banner. Comment down below what you think our electrical bill was. You win the banner. Closest one. Crazy. We had to turn down power. We dropped tariffs, so they charge us because we turned down power. Then we turn it back on. We got charged again for more.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, we're trying to make it simpler when it comes to the mine in its entirety and trying to transact. So at the end of the day, Coinbase has Coinbase Commerce. I think that's probably just an easier solution than doing peer-to-peer, which we've been doing for a while. We're getting some numbers in.
Still a little low, guys, but keep them coming.
Yeah, keep them coming. Go up. Trying to think of anything else that we had on the agenda beyond. So the FK33s we already talked about. Those are inbound, and we'll get those. People have already started ordering them, but again, my to-do list is to try to get a better communication into Team Red Miner to see if we can get some more supported algos. So you guys can hook those FK33s to more algorithms. And then those that also recently joined, M2s, Radiant Bitstream is almost done. M2s make almost after power $12 a day on Radiant. So that's fun.
So are we going to roll in the new upgrade charge or just the straight electrical bill?
Yeah, the upgrade charge too, because we get charged. It's part of the bill. We got to pay it.
So now you're going to make me do math?
Oh, dude, you don't even want to know that bill. Keep them coming though. It's we're not 145K big yet, TD. So you went a little too high. So I'm trying to help you guys break it in there. But yeah. We're not. So just to give you a heads up, so on our channel, like we tell you guys what we do and what we don't do, or what we are not doing. I made a decision right away with GPU mining as soon as Ironfish really started to pull out or come out and start doing its things. Or like you've seen like the video from Sode or things like that. We weren't gonna mine Ironfish. Like I feel something is coming off on Ironfish that I just can't put my finger on right now, and I'm not comfortable directing hash towards it. I'd rather just continue to mine Caspa in basically a marginal profitability of it versus mining like Ironfish and things like that. Today I am going to be putting one of our rigs on Radiant so I can just test that on GPUs, preparing, getting a wallet set up and things like that, preparing for the M2s to come in, because I think we are probably going to put a couple M2s on Caspa and start mining, but I think the remainder portion of the ones that we're getting just for us, probably just going to have them sit until the firmware for Radiant is out so we can mine Radiant. Yeah, dude, I agree too. Like there is the hype behind Ironfish it's more than I was expecting. Like it wasn't. I don't know, dude. There's just something, no issue whatsoever, or not issue. Like I don't have any basis on my gut feeling. It's just I have a gut feeling that's just no. I'm not gonna mine it. I'm gonna waste my time. And if I miss out, we miss out. We miss out. But we're gonna be sticking to projects that are actually we feel validity, and that comes to the point of like Caspa. Like we were mining Caspa right almost from the get go. I would say maybe like a month after Soat started mining it. And just watching his content and him starting to mine and things like that. So I think that we jumped in early on Caspa just because we know that the evolution is coming through. But we like the evolution. Are we going to buy the ice rivers if they are really truly legit? No, we're going to wait for IB Link, Gold Shell, or Bitmain to come in and make an actual decent ASIC. I guess I don't know. Bitmain's quality is what it is, but an ASIC that's more reliable than just this new company that came out of nowhere. Also, the fact that they refused to deal with us because we reached out to Ice River immediately and asked to see if they wanted representation on the state side, and seeing if we could work some type of bulk deal out to where we could be the reseller for them, and they just refused outright. So red flag. But I know Red Panda Mining got it that KS2 or whatever. I don't know, man.
All right, I got the total. Took me a minute, but I got it. Right. Again, if you're just joining us, if you missed it, we're giving away a Coastal Crypto banner flag if you can guess our latest power electric bill.
Sorry if I missed it, but are the FK33s in? They will be in the warehouse in the next couple days. So get them now before they are actually sold out. The sales have already started on them. We have it listed on the website. Secret's out. But yeah, if you're looking to get a couple of them or whatever it is, I would get them now before we have to wait for any other batches to come in.
Yes,
but they're here.
Amp.
Yeah. Yeah, so me talking about Ironfish makes you wonder how many of those influencers might be classified as insiders and parts of that huge Genesis block. They're incentivized to pump it. I don't know. Like, I feel like there's enough trust between the legitimate crypto guys, that are in the trenches with us. I would label that as SOAT, RPM, Rabid Mining, all the YouTubers that are smaller than that, for the most part. I don't want to claim us as a YouTuber, but we're obviously posting this on YouTube, so you guys probably would classify us as one. But now I don't think that they're insiders. But I know that I'm sure when they start to go advertising things out, but I don't know. Red Panda Mine did say he got it paid. Oh, but it was from an exchange, wasn't it, or someone else? They paid them to advertise Ironfish directly. I don't know. He said he made a comment about it. He's transparent. As long as they're transparent about them getting paid, it shouldn't matter. It's when they're not transparent and they're promoting FTT for no reason, and then all of a sudden the exchange folds and the crypto industry basically buckles in under itself.
Some of you guys are getting pretty close on the value. Once I see the number pop up, I'll call it. Don't you worry.
What's the best server case? We're gonna use a generic server case. It has like a BTC 37 motherboard. Anything with like USB connections should be fine. And then, we're just gonna use like an old Intel processor, nothing crazy. 4 to 8 gigabytes of RAM. Again, nothing too crazy. They are going to be coming with setup instructions. So we're going to reprint those and send them with every one. So just, keep an eye out with them. Reach out to get some troubleshooting. There's some things that we may not really know 100%, but if there's an answer to the question that you're asking, we'll definitely get it for you. Okay. Yep. Okay.
Well, since you guys are still guessing, the upgrade alone, okay, is $17,235. That's just the upgrade. So that's the upgrade that we have scheduled to come in after Mark and I talk about it. So that plus our electric bill. What do you guys got? got some close ones in here.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Because I think that's what Red Panda Mining said. It's like a pool paid him to advertise iron fish, iron, I don't know, fishy iron, whatever it's called. Okay, can they be? All right, so we got some more questions on the FK33s. My understanding in talking to the guy that we got these from, the older Octominers, older gen Octominers work better than the newer gens. So keep that in mind. If you haven't been on any of the other streams before, me and John, we're not huge fans of the Octominer. We feel like it's an overpriced point of failure, many points of failure. Just a lot of different things in there. Obviously, it has Hive compatibility, but one thing goes wrong in Octominer, the whole thing is useless. And Octominer's customer service is not the greatest. But yeah, yes, fish, yes. Oh, a bunch of dead heads. The worst. Oh, just can you imagine going to an Iron Fish concert? Just how bad it would stink. If it was really a 70s hippie band, oh, just the smell alone would just turn me off. No thanks. And we're getting comments in here, man. Okay, so this is back to the FK33s. Can they be ran in rigs with other GPUs or have to be separate? I think you have to do a separate worker. So if you have it on the same rig, I don't see that being an issue. But me and John will troubleshoot that out. I have seen them in a multiple GPU setup, but definitely I probably would try to focus on keeping these separate from your other GPUs. But we'll try it on our end. When we get them in, we'll hook a couple up.
We try to separate our GPUs anyways when we're running on rigs, so we'll probably do the same with the FPGAs. Keep the 3060s with the 3060s and so on, 3080s, and it just makes things a lot easier when you go to tune and set up.
There's a generic one on Amazon that's like $280 right now. It comes with everything, including a power supply. That's what I would recommend. It's just generic one. I'd have to pull it up. But that, any real, I like to keep the server cases down to 8. I think that anything more than 8 is too much. I know that these units specifically with Team Red Miner have a problem going beyond 8 on some motherboards, specifically Octominers. So that's something to keep in mind also. So if you have like an X12 or something along those lines. Oh, damn, they increased the price. So it's actually $329 right now. It's VTRETU, and it just says it's like a Ethereum GPU mining. This is how out of date it is. Ethereum mining 8 GPU motherboard and 2000 watt power supply. Can go from 110 to 264. Ooh, I gotta give that. All right. Somebody asked me about the power supply the other day. But yeah, so if you just look it up on Amazon, it's literally $329. I'm sure you can find the same exact one, probably a little cheaper. But that's the one that I would recommend. We have been using these type of rigs for most of our GPUs with, I mean, very minimal issues. I need to knock on wood. Very minimal issues. BTU, BTRETU, Ethereum, GPU rig. I can probably just.
Are there any other bit streams for the Multiminer M2 that you're aware of? They have in development that can be discussed. So on the listing for them, where is it not pulling up? There we go. So on our listing, these are the ones that we have or from the manufacturer. We think there are other ones available. Obviously, Radiant needs to be added to that once we have final numbers and we can confirm them. But this is what we were able to find. So we have, Caspa, Digibit, Taylor, Quitmir, Cadena, I think Dash as well.
He says, show me a server case. There you go, buddy. I put the link in the comments. Yeah, so there's quite a few. Obviously, with the bit streams that are there, they're not very efficient. Caspa would be the most efficient for the time being until Radiant is dropped, which should be dropping fairly soon, just based on the conversations we're having between our contact and the manufacturer. Obviously, there is a little bit of a language barrier there, but we're getting the pieces of information that we need. So that'll be, honestly, I think it's a good move. It'd be good. So current list bitstream for the FK33s. If you're looking at Team Red Miner only, ETC and Caspa. Only if you're looking at Team Red Miner. I have to look and see if there are other bit streams out there. Now, obviously, if you know a dev somewhere somehow, or you have some experience coding, there are, if there's a bit stream, they should be able to mine. So that's just one of those things. I am in talks to a community member who knows how to rewrite some bit streams, or it can look into them. So we'll see what he comes up with too. But definitely this is going to be a community thing with these FPGAs. And these are long-term buys. So obviously we're not financial advisors. This isn't financial advice. But FPGAs, this isn't going to be, the Caspa, Radiant, Ironfish, your mom's house, whatever coin is out right now that GPU miners are trying to gravitate towards for profitability. These are not going to be the last coins that are made, right? So this is something that should be one of those things that I'm going to turn this off and on throughout the years to try to get to the next coin. Now, one thing that I have brought up to the manufacturer for the malt miner obviously has been Radiant, in which they're working on and getting that ready. That's definitely priority overall, just because it is super efficient. I have asked them for Ergo as well. Now, obviously, you guys know my opinion of Ergo, and I'm not a huge fan. I'm not the only miner out there, so I'm still going to sit and try to help where I can. And I know people like mining Ergo just because of how friendly it is to graphics cards. That would apply to the FPGAs. So I am working on that. I know for the FK33s, there is a bit stream out there for Ergo. I have no idea who made the bit stream or anything like that. Because I just really haven't dived into it, but I know that there is a bit stream out there because there are FPGAs on Ergo right now. So just keep that in mind. That was, yeah, there you go. PSU, so it can do, Boxy, it can do 110. So just have finally got the answer. Dude, if Eminem got behind Mom's Spaghetti Coin, I'd be in on it. Only if Eminem got behind it, though. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. I know he ran a pool before, but yeah, I think that's all he really did. I don't think he did bid streams. He might have contacts to people who did bid streams. He is doing a meet and greet too in Austin at the end of the month. So if any of you guys are in Texas, I definitely would suggest go and shake hands with a nice hash versus pool mining for Bitcoin miners. So you're talking like S19, S9, like direct Bitcoin miners or ASICs. I would, I don't know, John. You tell me.
I don't like nice hash.
Yeah, same here. I think this is the wrong channel to try to pitch nice hash for sure.
Not a fan. Not a fan.
I don't like the fact that Gold Shell is integrating their miners with nice hash. I don't like. Yeah, nice hash had too many problems in the past to make it worthwhile to even play with it. I know that they're adding these new features and giving different payouts of different coins and things like that, but it's no, their history is already tainted. It's hard for me to jump on the nice hash board.
Right, and we're in the process of building out a server system to run our own nodes for all the coins that we like to mine, not just one in particular, but as many as we can fit on a server system. Yeah. So that's in the works for us.
So this is a good term that people need to really keep an eye on. I'm glad you brought this up. Geekball Trades, Virgin Bitcoin. This next bull run, it's going to be big. Like we're already seeing contracts out there, especially for hosting, where they will pay a premium to get Virgin Bitcoin. And Virgin Bitcoin basically is direct mined Bitcoin. So it came from the pool to a particular wallet and has not moved. There are companies and people out there willing to pay up to a 30% premium just to get that Bitcoin. And that's not, moving it to an exchange and then, moving it to someone else. They're literally, they will pay 30% more to get access to that seed phrase. So something to think about if you guys are getting into Bitcoin mining. First off, do not get into Bitcoin mining with like one or two machines. That's stupid. Don't do that. You need to get like 10 or 15 at this point. And you need to stay above 100 terahash per machine. Preferably, you get, an Xilinx control board, but that's really out of your control if you're buying brand new in the box. And you need to have like a good petahash going or more just to continue getting those payouts consistently through the month. Because a petahash right now is probably maybe 4 payouts throughout the month. And that petahash is 10 machines if you're doing 100 terahash. So you need to put your big boy pants on. You need to put, get those miners together and then direct mine it to a particular wallet, whether it be hot or like a ledger, something along those lines. And it's going to be there. And just imagine once the bull run hits, if they're paying 30% now.
So here's the argument, or not the argument, but the conversation we always get. We always get asked on our site constantly, and it's a conversation we have with guys trying to get into the crypto space or into Bitcoin mining specifically, right? I only want to start with one machine, but I'm looking to buy a bunch of them. Okay, that's well and good. That's great. But moving forward, or they're holding out for, well, they have the 121s or the 141 terahash and so on. The prices that we have now, you will not see those again in the bull market. So if you have the availability and you want to get the Bitcoin now, scrape up the money from underneath the mattress and get into it. Because once the bull market takes off, even if they come out with a new machine and it's a 200 terahash air-cooled ASIC, the S21, whatever it may be, right? Because that's how Bitcoin is. It's S19, S17, S19. The next one in the series would be the S21. If it's a 200 terahash or 210 terahash machine it's going to be upwards of $15,000, if not more, in the bull market, right? Based on the prices we're seeing now. So you can get two small machines for under 2,500, right? S19J Pros. If you get lucky, you get the BeagleBone or an XC-Link board, and you can overclock them, and those will stay on your shelf, make you money through the next bull cycle, buying them now. But all the prices are going to continue to go up in the bull cycle. The hash rate, the difficulty is going to go up in the bull cycle. Even if new machines come out, the price is going to go up. So it's a constant conversation we're having, going back and forth, kind of what comes first, the chicken or the egg kind of scenario. Where do you get in, in terms of, what bus station you're getting off at? We can go a million different directions on this. And I lost my point. Just be careful what you guys are doing. Marcus, right? Buying one S19, if you want to get into it, you want to dabble, that's fine. But if you want to make a good run at this, now's the time to get into it heavy before the bull market takes off. And don't wait for the next miner to come out with the more efficiency.
Yeah. and that doesn't apply to the other projects either. That's just Bitcoin mining in its entirety.
That's all. Yeah, that's all we're talking about. Bitcoin.
The scale of Bitcoin mining is just at this point. So even last bull run, it's just so large that one, it's probably, I would say, it's unstoppable at this point, right? There's just too much corporate greed involved in Bitcoin mining, and these mines, they have thousands of machines, thousands of S19s that they pay premium in the bull market for these. And all the companies that were going to fold during the bear market have folded, right? And now it's just a matter of these companies. They've already taken up the inventory of those that went bankrupt. And yeah, dude. Yeah, exactly.
Right. Grab them now while you can afford them. Stock them,
You don't even have to mine on them. Like we have a client right now that all he's doing is just buying boxes. Like he's just buying machines and putting them in the warehouse waiting for them to sell. So everybody's strategy is different.
Yeah, but don't I guess what I'm trying to get at is don't wait. Don't hold out for the next generation of machines. It's not like buying the next generation of iPhone. It's you can't have that mentality. The prices are decent. We know the prices are going to go up based on history. You want to get into Bitcoin mining, get into it now before it's too late. Because the next halving, the next bull run, it's going to put Bitcoin mining. It's going to be unachievable by the everyday person. It's going to be tougher and tougher to get into it the longer, the further out in history we go.
So you wonder what they know that we don't know regarding clean Bitcoin. So the only thing that's not that's not apparent is with clean Bitcoin. Let me take a step back.
Stop it.
Yeah, right.
Mark's dying over there.
Yeah, I'm literally dying. Let's drink coffee on a live stream. Then when you're already sick. Okay, so what do they know that we don't know? It's not that we don't know it. It's that a lot of people, it's just something that they gloss over. So privacy, right, in crypto is a big thing. Litecoin is very good at the privacy aspect of being a privacy coin and how they facilitate their transactions, things like that. But at the end of the day, there are companies out there right now working with the federal government who analyze chains, almost verbatim of their. Oh, did you just? Yeah, almost verbatim. Yeah, almost verbatim. Anyways, yeah, thanks for that. Muting my mic. So there are companies out there that analyze chains, Bitcoin, Litecoin, ETC, all these other things, right? And they can track all of where transactions go. The only time for them that it gets cloudy is when it goes into a centralized exchange. But even then, they can crack that and figure out where the money is.
This just
So
clean Bitcoin cuts down on time.
yes, exactly. Well, clean Bitcoin will reduce negativity for those that can't afford to have flack, right? So if you can monitor where things are coming from, and then all of a sudden you have a congressperson out there, right? And they're like, yes, I love Bitcoin, right? And all of a sudden their wallet gets exposed, and you find out that their wallet is transacting with, I don't know, another government somewhere. That's going to be a big deal. Or maybe that Bitcoin originated, right? It was initially mined in Russia, right? And then a congressman gets that Bitcoin because they can follow the chain of where the transactions are, basically, bouncing from each to each. Regardless, if you use mechanisms like Tornado Cash or mixers, other mixers that are similar to that, they've already cracked those mixers. So the coin can still be followed. Like, mixers at this point are useless. The fact that one dude's locked up because of Tornado Cash is ridiculous, because the mixer itself, any mixer at this point, can be still followed. It just takes a little bit more time to follow the chain, but they can still do it. And so that congressman is not going to want anything that affiliates itself, like, say, from crypto that's mined from a Russian mine. It's not going to want any of that. I just changed this a little bit.
100% what I was trying to get at. Yeah, we're on the fence. It's future mining for residential is going to be.
It's not teetering. It is legit commercial mining at this point. If you don't have a couple petahash of S19s right now, I mean, you may be profitable depending on what your electrical rate is, but honestly, you're anything under a couple petahash, you're really not mining Bitcoin. Like, you're still hobbying it.
Did you get the package?
Go big or go home.
And I assume you're referring to your mining equipment. Yes, no problem.
He also said go big or go home, and you don't have to, right? What I think is a really good buy right now, and not financial advice, you do whatever you want, but things that we're looking at and considering are these E9s. Like, I don't know if I'm the only one that's like seeing it, but it almost seems like there's some building going on with ETC right now. In this bear market, there's a DEX that's working. Heap Swap, they're doing their thing a little bit. There are NFT projects that are they're slowly building independent things. ETC, Bitmain's funding millions of dollars into ETC, making these new machines. It almost has like ETC has this vibe that is like Ethereum-esque right before the bull run. And that's literally about the time that I got into GPU mining and discovered crypto as a whole. So I have this feeling that ETC may take a lot of these different coins that are emerging right now and maybe the fledge. We may see Ethereum all over again, is what I'm kind of saying. It kind of seems like that.
So, Gandalf, I don't think it's going to stall. I think what's going to happen right now, we still have a lot of residential guys, even though we're on the fence or past the fence, whatever, say 10K, 20K is your entry level into Bitcoin right now. Once all of the residential hobbyists are completely pushed out, that's going to leave a market wide open for commercial companies to step in and then just push the hash rate through the roof. We're already seeing it. Right now, all we're getting is people testing the water for commercial miners, big farms. They're just testing the water. What we're seeing now is just a drop in the bucket. Once residential individual hobbyists are pushed to the side, it's going to open the floodgates for bigger companies to step in that can afford to finance or can afford to pay Bitmain to make specific mining equipment for them, like we saw with the X5s, and just go ham on the Bitcoin network. And I don't think it's going to stall out anytime soon. I think we're just going to see more commercial, industrial farming facilities step into that Bitcoin role, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to stall out at all. Basically, you'll have hobbyists that'll continue to mine even at a loss. But as soon as everybody's, like hobbyists are basically pushed out in their entirety, which at this point they almost are, just because of the barrier to get in is just so high. I mean, not everybody has 20 grand to drop on some miners. Yeah.
Noted.
Yeah.
We'll talk. Got you.
Which those are the jazz miners are popular, dude. I don't like the fact that they don't dual mine, but
we just turned one on, one or two on the farm. I like them. I mean, just based. I haven't it's a customer's machine. I can't tear it apart as much as I want to, but it was, it fits in a standard server rack, which makes my life a million times easier. So I like it right off the bat for that. Good airflow through it. It's only got one or two, I think 2 fans in the back, maybe 3. Power supply is real nice and slim. It's got giant heat sinks in it. I like the Jazzminer X16 just based upon my setup experience with it in the farm.
So we're only, when we do the first time, every time live stream sales, those are direct invoice only. So we don't change the prices on the website whatsoever. So basically what we need you to do, it's $50 off whatever the website price is. So was it like, I think it's like $23.97 right now. So $23.47 or something like that.
Yep.
And free shipping. So what you need to do is go to the website, hit the chat box, respond in there, keep the website open. As soon as the live stream's over, me or John will hit you up, and we'll do a direct invoice to you, and then at that point, we'll get the sale facilitated. Now, if you are paying by PayPal or credit card, there is an additional 5% charge that they charge, so keep that in mind. Hey, John. Yeah, there you go. And then the L7 9050s too. So the 5999. Same thing. Hit us up on the website or Twitter DM, whatever it is. All right, so we got a disagreement. Disagree. I don't think we're really gonna see ETC reach ETH levels. I didn't say that we're gonna see ETH levels, but it does have that familiarity, like it has that vibe as to Ethereum running into the bull run. So obviously ETH projected pretty heavily in the bull run, and it was very popular, but I don't know. Yeah, but keep in mind, ETC is the original blockchain to Ethereum. So Ethereum itself is the fork, and I mean, you know how Ethereum is going right now. Obviously, price-wise to fiat, it's the value's sticking where it is, but it almost seems like they're struggling with development and things like that. Nobody's really using the chain. And also, your comment, ETH is the bedrock for so many other projects. The convertibility, if those projects feel like their security is being threatened to ETC, is just as most of the smart contracts on Ethereum will work on ETC with little to no adjustment to code. So that's one thing to keep in fact, that literally ETC, if something drastic were to happen to Ethereum, ETC could brunt that with the additional security of proof of work right off the bat. It would need additional security too, because honestly, I don't think the hash rate could support the load that was there in the peak of the bull run. What are you doing? Are you talking to yourself? Stop it.
Sorry, I couldn't help it. All right, I'm done.
I mean, if you think that that's where Bitcoin's going, dude, I don't know. I have no words for that.
we don't feel it's going
to
get anywhere near that anytime soon.
That's the wrong way. Like, if we're okay, so first off, one Bitcoin is one Bitcoin. So right off the bat, I hate correlating things to fiat currency. Just it's useless. The whole point of Bitcoin is to replace the fiat shit we have right now. So one Bitcoin is one Bitcoin, regardless, right? But obviously, there's got to be an on-ramp. You got to get out of the fiat system that you're in into Bitcoin, right? Show me an indication where Bitcoin looks like it's going to dump. Like, go back 2, 4, 13 years, right? And show me, if you're going to look at charts, John's better at the charts than I am, but show me that, okay, here's a solid indication that Bitcoin goes to zero, or in your case, $10,000. It's not there, honestly. I at least in my opinion, it's not there. But what if? Then
we mine it at 10K and we buy machines on sale until it pops back up again.
Yeah. Fire sale ASAP.
Yeah, I mean, if it drops that low, if it drops to 15K, Mark and I are taking out loans and we're buying as much crypto equipment as we can.
No, I'll do what this guy's doing, man. I'll sell kidneys. Mine are already snipped, so those are useless. But I'm sure I could get a price for them. What happens to the miners? Can they sustain that? At 10K, corporate America, or corporate in general, not just America, is mining at 10K. The big guys, I don't think, are turning off. That's just not going to happen. Damn, man, you guys are like commenting like crazy.
Sell your house to buy more Bitcoin, or sell your house because you're broke?
Well, didn't you sell your house the last time Bitcoin dumped? You bought another one, but you sold it.
I sold my house. I sold my house when Doge pumped.
Yeah. So, Angelo, that's a little tricky. We can ship to the EU. There would be an additional charge for that. Most of anything when it comes to our sale is stateside stuff, because we have deals with UPS to where we can get cheaper shipping in some cases, especially with the volume that we generate. So we can offer like the free shipping, things like that. Shipping to the EU, there would be an additional $150 charge. Sorry, not trying to discriminate against y'all EU folks over the pond. But what is built on ETC? How many monkey JPEGs are living on ETC? I mean, in my wallet currently, I think like 16. there's a few of them. I got a good chunk of Bored Apes and Mutants. But I'm all about the ETC frogs, dude. That's something you got to look into.
Yeah, at this point, if it hits 10K, it's some kind of manipulation, and it's not going to last. But I don't think it'll ever happen. Exactly.
Yeah, it would be a blip on the radar. People would be pissed off because they didn't take advantage of it.
Thank you. No problem.
Awesome stream.
We're here to entertain.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks for that. Because, dude, I mean, John was under the weather last week. I'm under the weather this week. We have so much crap going on, dude. So we appreciate that you guys even just tuned in. And even as we're like stumbling through this, again, we appreciate it. So I guess should we try to figure this out? RPM's in here. He can help us out some. If I stumble through this, we'll get this the comment thing going. So I have this. I don't know if this website is a good website or not, but essentially we're going to be giving away one of our banners. And I'm going to hit this get YouTube comments and
nobody came close. I mean, some people came close, but nobody was able to pick it out.
Is that +8? Oops. The video has comments disabled. This means we can't get any comments from this video. Please enable comments again to do the raffle. You know how to get comments are disabled. They're right there. Yeah, everybody put your comments in the screen so I can actually pull this up. I don't even know how I'm doing it. I don't even know if this is the right website to do. Comment picker, yes. Right? Go to YouTube, comment picker. YouTube comment picker. We know ads are annoying, but help us out. So yeah, I have it up. I think this is it. Haha. They don't make a poll big enough to support. What the heck is going on? First time every time, guys. First time every time. Trying to figure this out.
Let me go through the chats. Let's find the person who's got the closest value to our electric bill. We had some close ones in there. So Sadie had 33K, pretty close.
I can't believe this thing makes you do math. Like
Geek of all trades has 47. That's pretty close.
It says enable comments. How do you do that?
I think Percy was the closest, 38.5.
Yay.
All right. I think we're going to toss it to Percy since he was the closest. Total was 42,500.
All right. My bad, guys. I couldn't get this comment thing to work. But congratulations, Percy. Hit us up on the website or DM us on Twitter. Either way, 4269.
A little too late. You would have had it. So, Percy, you got the banner. Let us know where to send it to. Hit us up, DM. We'll get it out to you.
All right, you guys got anything else?
You got one here.
The pools, it has something to do with, well, okay, so I think that there needs to be firmware set up on the Bitmain end. in order for it to be entirely compatible, because the pools did try to say that they were compatible to dual mine. But I think it's a mixture of both. So I think the pools can implement it and prepare the E9 fairly easy. But I think Bitmain needs to update their firmware in order to be able to dual mine both. And it basically is a DAG. So the DAG file needs to be generated prior to ZIL being mined. And eZIL already does this that I'm aware of. And I know a couple other pools already do this too, like they've already, because it's boosted up their efficiency and things like that. On eZIL, the profitability, that is the amount of ZIL that you actually mine. So I think the pools are ready. Again, this is speculation, just thinking off the top of my head. But I don't think that the E9 is set up firmware-wise to actually trigger the DAG in order to pre-generate it to allow ZIL mining. So that's why it's stuck at ETC for the time being.
That sounds good.
But BT, Bitmain, though, with the million other things that they have going on and missing all their delivery dates on their shipping, I mean, at some point, I'm sure there will be a firmware update to where you can dual mine. Are the E9 Pros from the deal still in China? Yes. Bitmain. So there are two batches. The ones I discussed earlier where we did the live stream promo, it was the 3.3, but now you guys are getting 3.4 because the stock is gone low. Those, yes, they are still in China, but they leave the 3.4 versions leave at the end of this week, Friday. So we should have those sometime next week. The E9 Pro April batch, which was supposed to ship mid-April or start shipping mid-April, has not yet shipped from Bitmain. So people, resellers like us, and then those in China are scrambling, trying to figure out and get communication from Bitmain as to where are they. So just waiting for them. It's typical Bitmain stuff. They promised these 122 terahash S19s, and lo and behold, they screwed up. The quality wasn't there. The machines don't hash at 122, so people are still waiting for those. Typical Bitmain things. So even like we're given information, we do offer the pre-order, but we're only doing it via direct invoice. So if you want one, just hit us up. It's like 36 and some change for the pre-order. So just being fully transparent. Yeah, let me know.
That's through our Jazz Miner direct manufacturer connection.
Yeah.
Not through Chinese wholesaler or whatever other bullshit's out there. So we do our best to get in contact with the manufacturers directly and order specifically from the manufacturers.
You would, dude. You would. I don't know if you caught any of our last streams, Geek of All Trades, but that is a huge negative. That's a no. I don't know. I don't think they're real, and I will be the first to admit that I'm wrong if they are. I have no luck. No. So I guarantee you do not, Red Panda. I'm sure it's a 120 or a 117. The 122s are not out yet. So you have a S19J Pro Plus coming, but I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be a 120 or a 117.
I think that's it. I think we're good to go. You're sick.
Yeah.
We got shit to do with the mine. You guys have been awesome. If you have any other questions that we missed or you can think of later, always hit us up on Discord. Mark is always on Twitter. I'm usually around on the website when I can be. So, join the conversation as always, guys. We're here to help. We're here to help you grow your farms out as we grow ours. And, love you guys. We appreciate you. Take it easy.
Oh, John.